الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نويت الأربعين نويت الاعتكاف نويت الخلوة نويت العزلة نويت الرياضة نويت السلوك لله تعالى العظيم في هذا المسجد. Really, when you want to say something to a group of people, you will face difficulties because on what issue you want to speak, because everyone thinks differently, everyone behaves differently, everyone has a tendency of understanding something and tendency not to understand. Not all of us are on the same level. So the level changes, and that's why it's become very difficult for the one that is speaking, become difficult in order to on what subject he has to touch on. And awliyaullah, they are despised of the hearts. So they know it's not like us normal people. We know we are unable to give what you need, but awliyaullah, they know what their students need. Or worse, why then they are awliya? For what reason? A wali is in need for his student, and the student is in need for the wali, because if there is no student, to whom he is going to speak? To empty his heart. If there is no student, what is the benefit of his sainthood? Allah gave him sainthood because of the students. That's why many times I heard it, I observed it, I felt it from Maulana Sheikh Nazim, may Allah give him long life, and Grand Sheikh Abdullah Fajr Dawastani, that they are in need for their student. And Grand Sheikh went more than that. He said Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is in need for his ummah. Why is he in need for his ummah? To deliver the message. So if there was no ummah, to whom is going to be prophet on whom? He said that is a good tidings for us. Why it is good tidings for us? For prophet, he is prophet. There are no ummah or no ummah, but Allah will give him that rank, seals of messengers. But for us it's good tidings because of our presence. He was tortured and abused to be able to deliver that message, caring for us. Allah sent him caring for the ummah, the creation that he created. So according to every level, there is a speech to that level. And what we are going to touch on is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened that book and seeing that hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which we are in need today. Allah said in Holy Quran, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَيُعَلِّمُكُمُ اللَّهُ. What does that mean?
Fear Allah, Allah will teach you. Be aware of
Allah. Be aware of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or fear Allah, or love Allah. Be a trustworthy person. Show your your ability of being straightforward, Allah will teach you. So, means Allah will send you a teacher. You are not a prophet that Allah will send you a revelation, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send you a teacher that will teach you. Many people, they say, ittaqullah wa yu'allimukumullah. If you have taqwa, Allah will teach you. Allah is going to teach you. When you reach that level of sainthood that you will be given through your heart, no. Means Allah will send you somewhere that there is a teacher to teach you. Even if you are anywhere in China, Allah will send someone to teach you. But you must have what? Taqwa. No taqwa, no teacher. No taqwa, no teaching. No taqwa, no good tidings. The host of the house, he hosted us, he's generous. Generosity is shown on the table, but not yet we filled our pockets, we are waiting. He's generous. It confesses itself by all kinds of food they are giving you. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are saying you have taqwa, I will guide you where you have to go. I will connect you. I plug your plug with the energy, with the main source. As Abdullah, as servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is increasing in his ibadah, as more energy will be reaching him through that plug that he plugged. Allah plugged it for him. Everyone has a plug. Allah created us with a plug. Don't say, I don't have plug. Where is your plug? Whatever it is. Where is your plug? You have two plugs. One for heavenly messages, one for earthly messages. Mind for earthly messages. Heart for heavenly messages. As we said yesterday, where is the mind is in the head or the mind is in the heart? Which is bigger, the mind, the mind that it is in the head is bigger than the mind that it is in the heart? Which one is bigger?
Heart.
But there is no mind in the heart. You can see only in mind, the brain, and in your brain. There is this small memory chip there. You doctors, you never checked it? Where is the intelligence? In the brain, you have this brain like that. Which part of the brain that gives information and download and upload and zoom out, zoom in, where? Where in the brain? Allahu Akbar, 4 doctors here, no one talking. Huh? Yesterday you made a test in the
There are like different areas in the brain that acquire information and
How big are these different areas?
very tiny, very tiny.
Very small. And the main one is in the back of the brain.
Brainstem, cerebellum.
Finally. Abd Karim, you agree on what he said?
Yes, sir.
You, Bazar'a? Second opinion. Yesterday he took 100 over 100. I don't know how. Might be cheated. Okay. So all of that, Allah gave you that small thing in the brain. You think you can understand, and Allah gave to the heart. And the heart is bigger. Why we said it's bigger? Remember, or you forgot? And what you remember?
ما وسعني السماوات ولا أرض بل وسعني قلبي.
ما وسعتني سمائي ولا أرضي ولكن وسعني قلب عبدي المؤمن. Neither my heavens nor my earth contained me, but the heart of the believer contained me. Mind cannot contain universe. Heart is able to contain, because Allah revealed to Prophet, and Prophet told us in that hadith, holy hadith, that the heart can contain the manifestation of Allah's beautiful names and attributes. So, even if you are in China and you are fearing Allah and you want to get knowledge, Allah sent to you. Why it's difficult? Ask Imam Samad. He's drawing on his paper, but he's going to write that hadith down when we come to it. Advice of awliya Allah is like a naqsh al hajar, is like engraving on stones. They engrave. من علمني حرفا صرت له أو كنت له عبدا. It's Arabic poetry. Whoever taught me one letter, I must be a servant for that person, because he taught me. من علمني حرفا كنت له عبدا. Who taught me one letter, I must be a slave to him. Allah is sending the whole Holy Quran to us and saying, this I'm giving you. And what you will say, we keep it on the shelf. Anyone who is following what the Quran is saying, rarely. So what Prophet ﷺ said, he said, لو أن المؤمن على قلة جبل لقيض الله له عالما يعلمه. لو أن المؤمن على قلة جبل لقيض الله له عالما يعلمه. أخرجه الترمذي والطبراني وابن حجر في فتح الباري. Many muhaddis. Means if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if one of his servants, muttaqi, that has taqwa, found himself on a mountain and no one around him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would have لَقَيَّدَ لَهُ عَالِمًا. He will ascribe alim for him to be able to teach him. Even if he was on top of a mountain that no civilization, no life, nothing, he found himself there, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will teach him, assign to him alim to come and teach him. I heard that from Grand Sheikh long time ago, might be 35 years ago. He said that, he was explaining that hadith, he said that if someone completely lives out of this dunya, and live by himself on a place that no human comes, Allah will send a wali to that one to teach him and to take care of him. Because he said every abd is in need at least once every 3 days to look into the eyes of a wali, or that abd cannot survive. This is big what he's saying. Means reflection of between people today, where they go to say, oh, we need energy, positive energy, negative energy. Where they go, they learn these things in different centers where they make meditation and they teach them energy. Grand Sheikh, may Allah bless his soul, he said, if someone found on a mountain, Allah will send a wali. Wali is responsible to come and look into his eyes and give him, reflect to him that energy that he has, and take from him that negative energy that that man has. Regardless of who he is. That is a power to keep him surviving in dunya. Now you say, how? I didn't meet someone like that. No, every one of us meeting, but you don't know how he's coming to you or how it's happening. Might we see on someone on the street and look at you, that might be a wali, look at you and continue. That's why he said, don't underestimate anything. Everything in this world moves with hikmah. A wali is Allah assigned to him, and Prophet ﷺ, when he asked, I need helper, Ya Rabbi, when you gave me this trust of the whole ummah, we explained this many times, I need helpers to help me, to guide the ummah. Allah gave him awliyaullah. Awliyaullah, Allah gave them students from east to west. If they cannot reach them through their physical bodies, they are reaching them through spiritual means. They come through dreams, they come through meditation, they come through another picture, and they appear in different areas. Don't underestimate the power of a wali. So Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what he said? He said, if a believer was on the top of a mountain, Allah would have assigned alim to come and teach him. Where we are now, we are on top of a mountain or not? Everyone is on top of a mountain. What's that mean? South America? Everyone is on top of a mountain. Every one of us has a mountain. Mountain of ego. Huge mountain. That mountain has to completely annihilate in order that you will be able to be a guide or a wali. If you still have that ego in you, bad ego, you will never reach what you are asking to reach. Some people, they say, oh, I'm generous with people, I'm good with people, I am this, I am that. It's okay, all these are okay. But did you ask yourself a question that, oh, myself, oh Ali, did you look at the mirror every day in the morning? You look at the mirror? Huh? What you say? What you see there? Which Ali you see there? You see a Ali, not Ali. How many Alis are inside you? How many Wasim are inside you? How many Sahib is inside you? You have to unite them to be one. That's why إِنَّا خَلَقْنَاكُم مِّن ذَكَرٍ وَأُنثَى وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلَ لِتَعَارَفُوا. Ask this doctor. إِنَّا خَلَقْنَاكُم مِّن ذَكَرٍ وَأُنثَى. We created you from
female, male and females.
and make you nation and tribes to know each other. The best among you are the most pious. Take the other side. Take the interpretation one. إِنَّا خَلَقْنَاكُم مِّن ذَكَرٍ وَأُنثَى. You are endocrinologist. Do you have the characteristics of a woman inside you or not?
Yes, sir.
You have the characteristic of man inside you.
Yes.
Everyone has both. Isn't it?
Yes.
But the one that it is more hormones, can you explain?
Until the 6 weeks of embryogenesis of the fetus, there is no differentiation between female and female. They look exactly
Female
the
and
same. The male or female, they look exactly the same. At 6 weeks, there are hormones that make the differentiation. One turn into female, one turn into male.
And still when you grow up, you still have that, not the, you have this same mixture of both, but which one is more, you are more toward that gender. That's why if you have high prolactin, what happened?
Testosterone go down and breast
Milk comes out. Oh, a male milk comes out. So إِنَّا خَلَقْنَاكُم مِّن ذَكَرٍ وَأُنثَى. We have created you from female, male and female. وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلَ تَعَارَفُوا. We made you within you the characteristic of a man and the characteristic of woman to know each other there in that personality. إِنَّ أَكْرَمَكُمْ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ أَتْقَاكُمْ. The best among you, which best among you, which character is going to be best, will give you. That's why Rabi'a al-Adawiyya became a wali. She's a lady. She became a wali because the characteristic of sainthood was more appearing in her. The characteristic of a manhood was appearing more in her. Allah gave her sainthood. Awliyaullah, for them, when Allah opened on their hearts and Prophet give inspirations and our shuyukh give inspirations, they come with secrets that you never heard it before. It's in Quran. This Allah will send alim to teach you. Allah will not leave you without someone that can teach you. وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَيَعْلَمُكُمْ. Have taqwa, Allah teach you. If you are on a mountain, you don't have anyone, Allah sent, Prophet said, Allah sent you someone to teach you. So what is important for us is to destroy that mountain in order that we will be able to get more from this wild nature that we are living in. All white characters coming, wild animals comes to us. We have to eliminate that hump. Do you have a hump? How many?
I don't know.
You have to count them. Everyone has a hump, but cannot see his hump. We see the other person's hump. You say, oh, my brother, you have a hump. Could you go to the doctor, check what's that in your bones? Well, I have in my bone. You have a bigger hump. Everyone sees the badness of the other. He never acknowledges his badness. Ilm is how to eliminate badness. Ilm is not how to read and write. As we explained yesterday in the Suhbah, when Sayyidina Abdul Qadir Jilani was telling his student, what is benefiting you, your ilm? What benefited you? You wrote too many things, you memorized too many things, but you didn't act on it. What is the benefit? People today, Allah gave them a lesson. Stock market, stock market, stock market, and they didn't reach to learn lessons from Holy Quran and from Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. They lost in 1 second. They lost. We don't want to lose in 1 second. When Allah calls you, come to me, to my presence, means when you are dying. You need at least something to come up with and taking with you. What we are taking with us? Nothing. We are taking prayers, 5 prayers. No, this is obligation. You have to, like you are eating. Can you say to yourself, I don't want to eat? Why? They okay. You don't want to do anything, don't eat. If you eat, you have to pray. Why you? Because prayer is the food of the soul. Why you are giving the body, not giving the soul? No balance. Allah doesn't like no balance. وَلَا تُخْسِرُ الْمِيزَانِ. Don't make one heavier than the other. Balance it. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً. We are doing what? Oh, رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيا حَسَنَةً. And leaving the akhirah. You have to balance both sides. So, knowledge is not what you read and what you write. Is what you eliminate from badness in you. I was in Malaysia in a conference 2 years ago. It was a conference on spirituality and psychology. And they asked me to give a presentation. And these doctors, psychologists, dean of this university, president of this university, too much, mashallah, educated people, but very nice people. And then they introduced at the end one of the biggest mufakkir, thinker, scientist on psychology. He was giving his explanation on psychology, and he was showing it on slides. What German professor said, what French thinker said, what Japanese thinker said, what this said, what that said. And at the end he came up with a formula that everyone must look and tell people about his good characters and manners. He has to calm them down. And he explained all the opinion of the others. Came my turn to speak. I addressed them, whatever Maulana opened to my heart, although I had a presentation of 50 pages. I didn't use it. You still see it in the house, in the black folder, in the white room. It was there since 2 years, no one touched it, it's still on the table. Before I came, I took it, I put it in the bag. You remember, Tahir? That presentation? Well, I'm going to speak, these are all psychologists, professors, everything. That the biggest thinker between them went crying.
Allah.
I don't remember what I said now. But what I know is that when he, after me, in the second session in the afternoon, we have some of our students sitting there. He said, I never saw someone coming with that, explaining these issues like that. Well, I said, it's so simple. I said, what is the benefit of you counting, if you are counting daily your good amal, your good, what you are doing good? This only makes your ego higher and bigger. What you need to count is how much badness you have in yourself. Salaam alaikum. How much badness you have in yourself. Come forward. Move, Idris. The most important is not how much goodness you have, how much badness you have, and how to know them. What kind of badness you have in yourself? Everyone say, I don't have badness. I am a good person, a good citizen. I abide with the law. I am doctor. I am professor. I study this. I study that. What is wrong with me? Nothing. I have decent life. I go and come and so on. Is that? I'm not doing anything. No. There are badness within yourself. And I explained that. Now I'm not going to explain. I explained the 17 bad characteristics that it is in Sufi self-realization, Sufi science. And I said, which I remember, that when Maulana Sheikh Nazim, a Grand Sheikh, 1967, he ordered us to go for Hajj. It was first Hajj. And he said, you go to that, where I did seclusion, me and Sheikh Nazim, there were 2 rooms, one for Grand Sheikh room, one Maulana Sheikh Nazim's room. He said, you will go to my room in Madinatul Munawwara, where he did seclusion for 1 year, complete seclusion, 1 year, not coming out from his room. You go there and you stay in Medina, there in my room, and Maulana Sheikh Nazim will be coming and giving you lectures as much as the day and the night can have time. It was 1967. We weren't very happy that Maulana Sheikh Nazim will come after us, because he bring Haji people from Cyprus, 40, 50, 60 of them. She used to take them, Hajj Nazia, take to all these Hajjis around, different ziyarah of Prophet ﷺ, wives and children and grandchildren, awliya Allah. She used to take them all. So we went, and there were what Maulana Sheikh taught us, Maulana Sheikh Nazim. And I was explaining this to that professor. We came nighttime, arrived nighttime to Medina, very happy, excited, young ones, me and my brother. Maulana said, stay in my room, what you want better than that? Grand Sheikh. To say, stay in my room, it's locked. This is his room, no one calls in it. We came midnight, there was Sheikh Abbas Kari, who is responsible for that school, for that building. When he got married at age of 80. He died at age of 107. His wife entered, he died after his wife. His wife entered his house, went inside her room, which is the marriage, his private quarter, never came out until she died. Never came out to see anything out of this dunya. She's sitting there praying day and night, seclusion day and night, zikr day and night until she died. Allah provided her with food, Allah provided her with water. What she wants more? Today we have everything and we are not thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everyone has everything and still struggling. That lady, Allah will ask her, what you did, you know what I did. Go to paradise. If Allah asks us what we did, what we have to say? Ooh, too many. That's why we ask, Ya Rabbi, keep us under protection and keep us under shafa of Prophet. So Imam Sanad, we went there and we came with Sheikh Abbas Qari and said, Grand Sheikh sending us to stay in his room. We don't know it, it's our first time. So, sorry, I cannot. So how you cannot? Mulana is sending us specially. So no, there is someone already in the room. There was no one, but he will not open it because Grand Sheikh didn't give us a letter. So how we have to? Are we saying the truth or not? No. So we didn't open. But we insisted that we have to stay here because Grand Sheikh said here. So okay, I have one place left in this building. So like I give to you. Where is that? He said, come, it's on the roof. On the roof of the building. We went up on the roof of the building and we looked, Allahu Akbar. You say a herd of goats, and too many goats he's raising on the roof of the building. He said, this is where I have been able to put you. We were looking, so it's goats, we are goats also. Allah, no problem. We all goats. It's better than something else. Goat is okay. He said, no, not here on the roof. This is for the goats. But here, come with me. We came, we looked, two buildings like this, near each other. This is the school, his building, this is the other building. Between them, because you have to go from one place to another, some wood being nailed somewhat, on top of these two buildings, and you look between the wood, you can see down all the way, and as you step on them, they shake. He said, there you have to stay. This is the only place I have, because it's covered on top, and you have this wood, and say, there you stay. You want? At that time we didn't have to say no. Grand Sheikh sending us, means it's barakah there. He said yes. So alhamdulillah. We looked at him, okay, yes, but bring us mattresses. He said, no. What mattresses? You sleep like that. Put your turban as a pillow and you sleep. What? You are Darwish or not? That's why this is the way. He's giving a teaching. Not cheap. They don't give it cheap. So me and my brother, lying down, tired, lying down. Now we cannot go onto the goat side because he said here, so we cannot go there. Means you are disobeying the order. And as I move this way or this way, Sheikh Hanan said, don't move, it's shaky. You cannot. And then all these lizards, these small lizards, sometimes if they come on you, they make you white, what you call it, leprosy. Allahu Akbar, hundreds of them. Hundreds of them. They come in homes in hot countries. Everywhere. We were worried that they would fall on us. 3 days, 3 nights. And Maulana Sheikh Nazim didn't show up. Teaching you, you want tariqah? Okay. Nice tariqah. 4th day he came. He looked for us, he saw us there. He said, what you are doing here? He said, this is what he said that to us, to stay here. He said, come with me. Went down, he said to Sheikh Abbas, open the room. He opened the room, it's empty. So we stayed there. And there where he began to teach us of secrets of the tariqah. Why I brought that story? I was going to say something about what he taught us there. So he said, first seclusion that I did was Grand Sheikh. Grand Sheikh ordered me. First seclusion, he told me, oh my son, this is Grand Sheikh Talib Maulana Sheikh. Allah gave us 500 ma'murat, 500 orders to do, to fulfill in our lives, 500 commands, and 800 forbiddance. To eliminate forbiddance and to act on commands. So, Nazir Effendi, he calls him like that, make sure you eliminate the bad characteristic within you, and you do the commands that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered you. If you eliminate one bad characteristics in your whole life, Allah will reward you more than you do the 500 commands. To that extent, elimination of a bad characteristic or a sin from your life, to take it completely away, means don't come to it back. Allah will reward you like you have, as if you have did the 500 commands, or as if more than that. For every one forbidden you take out from yourself. And Maulana Shaykh Nazim was saying to me, to us, I was thinking, how am I going to count? I have nothing. I cannot remember anything. He said, as soon as I entered in seclusion, I took a notebook and I was writing every day whatever comes to my heart from forbiddance. Wild characters, the characters or the ego. Go and check yourself how many you can count. 10, 15, maximum. He said, I'm going to count 800. He said, I spent all my efforts, because seclusion was 66 months. I was able to count on notebook, I note them down, 187 forbiddance within myself. I quoted 17 bad characteristics in the Sufi science, the main ones. So I was explaining that to this professor and the academician there, but in a different way, a longer way and more specific. That man, I said, how you want to count the good ones? For what? What's the benefit? It increases your ego, your desire, your bad desire. Count your bad things. Then eliminate them from your life. Then you will be a better person. Then you'll be able to reach high levels of everything. Because you in medicine, and I give that example, in medicine, how many doctors you have? What you do? If someone sick person come to you, what you do? You go and count all his good heart, good cholesterol, good, or you begin to rule out everything that is bad. Is not?
No.
You don't go to say, oh, his hand is good, his feet is good, his eye is good, his ear is good. No. You go first to the bad ones to count them and rule them out. Is not?
No.
So you go first to the defected, the problem. You go first to the inflammation. You go to the where there is a what do you call it? When you take antibiotic.
Infection.
Infection. Where are the infections? You don't go where there is no infections. You take the wood here, put it on your tongue, open your tongue, say ah.
Watch the baby.
Can't see, no? Look, where there is a problem, where there is a disease, you don't go say his ears are nice, his legs is okay. He looked at me, he said, your theory better than that one German theory. Because they go and count the goodness in you, they don't count what is bad in you. In order to bring it back from badness, bring it back to goodness. That's why Prophet ﷺ said, لو أن المؤمن على قلة جبل لقيض الله له عالما يعلمه. If a mu'min is on the top of a mountain, Allah will send a sign, an alim to teach him everything, how to eliminate forbiddance from himself or herself, how to eliminate this hump on our backs that we are carrying with us wherever we are going. Then if we take this away, then we are in better hands. So I will stop here and I will end with this hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sorry. أخرجه ابن عدي في الكامل. He said that أخوف ما أخاف على أمتي منافق عليم اللسان. The worst I fear for my ummah, a hypocrite, but he has eloquence in his tongue. Means he speaks well, but he's munafiq. He doesn't act on what he speaks. He acts opposite of what he speaks. Means what he wants you to, what he wants to give you something to listen and to hear, but he doesn't do it himself. He is showing his nifaq. He cannot cover his nifaq, and that's why, in order that we will be saved, we have to say that we are helpless, weak servant of Allah. We are all the same. There is no one lecturer and there is no student. All of us, we are students. Allah said, وَفَوْقَ كُلِّ ذِي عِلْمٍ عَلِيمٍ. Above every knower, there is a knower. That will never end. You reach the horizon, there is another horizon. You reach the other horizon, there is a third horizon, fourth horizon. It never ends because the earth is round. You keep circumambulating, finding the horizon. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. May Allah bless you and your family. And may Allah give us good tidings, dunya and akhirah. Hurmat al-Habib, Hurmat al-Fatih.